What's going on, everybody? Oh, we got.
Hey, are we live?
We're live now. Yeah. They can't say us.
Oh, we're live. We're live.
We're live.
What's up?
What's happening, my brother?
Well, just getting older, you know. Hey, you, brother?
No, I'm good. Have you ever done a premiere thing for any of your tracks, like
Never,
for YouTube or anything? Nah.
never. This is the very first. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even know.
What have you been doing, my bro?
Bro, I've been traveling a lot. Just got back from the States. I was ever doing my first show in Seattle, and then I was in LA doing some more work over there. So yeah, it was good. But I couldn't wait to come back. Sugary food over there. Everything tastes like sugar.
Oh yeah.
The bread's like sweet, and I'm like, man, I like takeaways and rubbish food, but man, it was to another level there. I was like,
Yeah.
I need a broccoli. I need a broccoli. Nah,
I when I was in LA, I had In-N-Out burger. That was like the only thing that I ate when I was in LA. But I was only in LA for like a couple of hours,
oh yeah,
and it was
bro,
good. It was all right. What? Did you taste that?
bro, I love In-N-Out. The animal style fries, double cheese. Oh, but now I gotta like just relax because I'm getting that dad bod. I was actually not got that dad bod. Lucky I just, wear heaps of layers and, makes it look like I've done, but man, underneath all of that, it's all there.
That comes with AJ, bro. 'Cause you 33 now?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa.
whoa.
That felt like an attack. No, but
All love here, bro. All
no,
love here.
nah, just turned 33 yesterday, so we get in there. 33, 3 kids, and now we're here. Hey, still ready to rock and roll though. Hey, don't count me out yet.
That's mad.
Uh,
What'd you do for your birthday?
Nah, I just went for a picnic with my wife and kids and some of the family here, and then just came back and just spent the day with my kids. Probably one of the best birthdays I've ever had, and probably one of the most like self-reflecting birthdays that I've ever had. Um, just thinking of like how far I've come, and just looking at my kids, and just being like honestly, just feeling really grateful for my children, for my family, for the life that we have. So I even had a couple of tears just sitting there putting my kids to sleep, and I was like, "Am I alright? Am I getting old?" Or hey, just sitting there crying. Lucky nobody
Yeah.
was around. I was just staring at them, and I was like, "Ooh."
Nah, that's mad,
"Nah,
bro.
that was good, man." But how you been, brother? What have you been up to?
I've been good. I've had a massive few weeks, actually. I think just in all different parts of my life, I think Kobie Dee life, but also personal life,
Yeah,
and fatherhood, like everything. Just these past few weeks, I don't know. Um, yeah, like I had a good show last week for South by Southwest.
yeah, yeah,
Um, I had those two shows, and I think there was a lot built up in me. Like there was a lot from good stuff, but also we had the referendum the week before, and
yeah,
um,
bro.
but at the same time, there was like good stuff that happened that week. Stuff with my daughter, and it was like all these mixed emotions, and
Yeah,
when I got to do those shows, it was like I just kind of got to let it all out, in a real positive way. But
yeah,
also be able to share that with everyone, and so yeah, it made those shows really special. And also I did things a bit different at the show as well,
yeah,
and spoke a lot more, and so yeah, it was good. And then the the next day we had our baby shower on the 21st, and
Let's
I
go.
I popped the question to my partner, and she said yes, and yeah.
Hey, congratulations, brother. Let's go,
thank,
man.
thank you. Yeah, no, it was yeah, it's been massive, and then we've got the songs tonight. I feel like I've been up here for the
Yeah.
last few weeks, and there's just every time I get past one thing, and I'm like, all right, I can breathe now. There's something
Yeah.
else that brings me back up.
Bro, no, that's solid, man. Hey, I guess it's been like full on everywhere, and just watching everybody, like I know, just reaching new heights and having to break through new things, and with
Mm,
everything that's happening in the world at the moment, I feel like this song is a song that can, speak to people and bring some hope and some life and some light and joy to people.
mm, yeah, 100%. I think that's like, especially like with what I felt with even from like filming the film clip and stuff. It felt like such a moment. You know,
Yeah,
and you could just feel the power behind the song, and just how much it's not just the song. There's so much behind the song, and what went into the song, and even especially the video clip. Just that whole day.
I think you dropped that, or have I dropped that? Which way? Oh, so for everybody who's tuning in, thank you first of all. Just waiting on the brother to get his Wi-Fi. He must be out in the middle of nowhere. Nah. Hey, I'm in the middle of nowhere too in New Zealand, so get that Wi-Fi. But yeah, for those who don't know, we've got a song that we're releasing tonight. It's called Father's Eyes. It's been a track in the making for a little bit now. Just our story about being fathers and young fathers, and breaking intergenerational trauma, and breaking cycles so that we can be better for our kids, and they can get a better life than what we grew up having. So um yeah, it's actually an honor and a privilege to be a part of this song. And it just connected to me when he showed me the demo. It just hit me straight away. I am not as young as him. I'm not as young as Kobie, but we're basically the same age, but we're young nonetheless, and we're young fathers and still navigating, fatherhood. Me being a husband, and now Kobie gonna be soon to be husband. Hey, you're back now. I've been talking on now, just
Back.
rambling, telling the story.
So I'm at my mum's house, right? And
Yeah,
everybody's watching us downstairs. So I think everyone's running up my Wi-Fi.
tell them, hey, need to get on one device.
Yeah, one device. My nephew's down there. I think he's asking us questions. I can't see the old questions. Should we start answering some questions? What do you reckon?
Yeah,
I can't see the old ones.
I think you can. Oh no, we can scroll. It's in that thing down the bottom.
Yeah, hold on. I got some questions here. Someone yesterday on my live stream had asked, why Stan and how did Stan get involved?
Yeah, why
Should we?
me?
But to be honest, I always wanted to get a track with you. I always knew that I wanted to get on a track with you, and I think it was one of those moments where I was like, should we reach out? Like, should we reach out
Yeah,
to him?
yeah,
Let's do it. And yeah, when I heard that you loved the track, and because I knew you were a father as well, and being an Indigenous father, and I knew that the song would fit. Um, and yeah, I knew that I wanted to do a track with you, whether it was on this one or just a track in general.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
because yeah, at first I did reach out to Shaquille, and I was like, oh,
Oh
I've got
yeah,
this track, but I think he had some stuff when they were doing the bit of their tour stuff around Northern Territory.
yeah.
Am I frozen again?
Just a little bit. Oh, you're
Or
good.
I think I'm frozen on mine.
I
But
know you're
yeah,
good, bro.
I was like to JT, I was like, I'd love to get Stan on this track. And then, but then there's also me of like, I don't know, would Stan jump on this track with me? And I was just like, I don't know. And then when I heard that you was like, you loved it, I was like, yeah, I was, like, I was just mad excited. And then to jump on a call with you and speak through the track and get a bit more understanding of your background as well. And um, I just realizing pretty much straight away, like, yeah, this is like the perfect fit for this track. Um, and then yeah, to get over to New Zealand and jump in the studio with you, and I could just feel that this track was, like I was saying before, is bigger than just a song, and it just
Yeah.
became more evident the more we worked on this track. And so yeah, that's pretty much how it came to be. I don't know if you want to speak a bit on about I don't know, when we sent over the track. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from the first thing I like, um, I just love the track and I love what you were talking about. And it's cool because, we've got songs that we listen to and look up to, and we that come out of, not our countries, like, America, the UK, and we can relate to them. But I don't think, I think it's like time. It's not that it hasn't been done, because it's been done many a times by rappers from both Aotearoa and Australia, but just cool to have two Indigenous men collaborate on something that's talking about the subject matter, being fathers, being young fathers, being Indigenous fathers. Because we ain't always had the best picture painted of us, and we've been the brunt of every bad story and bad statistic. So we're changing the narrative, bro. And I think that we've been changing the narrative for a while. So it's cool to come together and kind of show that, us, and we're still learning, bro. We're young fathers with young kids and still having more kids. And, you're having another one, I'm having another one. And, our houses are getting fuller, and we're still learning day by day. We're doing the best that we can, but I know that we're doing better than what we've been raised to be at times, and we're breaking those cycles. And so that song for me, bro, just being a part of it, that was all of that in one. I was like, yeah, we're writing a song, we've been doing a collaboration, that's going to speak to so many Indigenous men out there, so many fathers out there in general.
Yeah.
But we need their representative. And so yeah, I feel like fully blessed to be a part of the song, and just that we could connect and hopefully, hey, do more stuff in the future. Hey.
100%, 100%. Yeah, that's it. I think the biggest thing for me, especially like when I wrote songs like about a girl and Jody and stuff like that, it was at the time I wasn't even thinking of who this is going to connect to. Like I knew I was reaching out to that audience, but at the time it was just an emotion and feeling that I felt within myself, and I felt as an artist like compelled to write about. And then
Yeah.
you don't really understand the impact it's going to have on so many people. And I think going into this track, when I was writing it, it was at a tough time in my life, where I was really starting to doubt myself as a father, and I was really
Yeah.
like, I lucky I had the good people around me, and to reassure me and tell me like I am doing good as a father, and look at where I've come from, and like how far I've come as a father and all this. And it was at a kind of a point in my life, because being a single parent, I was a single father. I was new to being a single father. I had the support of my mom and I had the support of people around me, but I didn't have really, I guess, the support of other fathers, that I could look up
Yeah.
to and speak to and all this. So it was a point in my life where it was a big reflection on myself, and I
Yeah.
started speaking about it was my way of kind of speaking about what I was going through, but also reminding myself, like, look at where I've come from, and look how far I've come to get to where I am now. Um, and then to just think of how many other fathers out there that need that as well, of that
Yeah.
reassurance, like, look at how good you're doing, you know, and then
Mm.
like so many of us as fathers that just think that always think we need to be doing more,
Yeah.
and it's we're already doing so much, you know. And I think we've got to accept we're always going to feel like that. Of there's always something more that we could be doing,
Yeah.
but we just accept that because that's the love we have for our kids, you know, and that shows that we're good parents because we're always thinking of we can be doing more, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really I'm just so excited for so many fathers to see this track and feel proud within themselves, you know, because
Yeah.
like you said,
Hard.
we've been given, you know, bad names and even like us as kids, you know, we'd joke about not having dads, you know, and like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and we'd say it because like it was normal, you know, like being black, being a black fella, like it was normal to think like, oh, we're not gonna have dads or we're not gonna be good
Mm.
dads or all these things were normal, and it's like we've got to start changing that thinking, and you know, because that comes to belief in ourselves as well that we
Yeah.
can be fathers. And like yeah, it's like in the video, like I love what you were saying. In that breakdown in the middle is like we're not our father's mistakes, we're not our grandfather's mistakes. Without giving too much of the song away, but like it's so true, you know. Like yeah,
Yeah, man. Nah, love that, bro. It's been even since we've done the video, just like reflecting on it and stuff like that, and bro, just it was so cool, bro. Like the coming together of our cultures
mm,
in that way, it still leaves a mark on me because I'm like, man, it was a powerful day, bro. Like even after it, and I'm sure that everybody has their own stories about how they felt on that day. Like even talking to everybody that day, through the day, and then as the day was finishing, and then the boys after, I'm like, man, it's gonna be cool now to invite people into that world. Even
mm,
though they weren't there for the whole day, but this video shows so much of what it's about.
yeah,
And I don't know, for me, it felt like it all came together perfectly, and it turned into something so much greater than what I even expected. I don't know what you might have thought, but man, I was blown away, bro. I gotta say, man, that's all you, brother. Like you brought that all together, and that's cool because people get to look at this and the representation and the love and the realness and our culture's being amplified in a beautiful way. Um, that's man, you're on, we're
yeah.
on.
I think I think it was definitely everyone that was involved. You know, it wasn't just people there to just do their jobs. You know, it wasn't like
Mm,
people had a job to do. You know, it was everyone there was connected in a way. You know, and felt passionately about what the song was about and what we were doing with the song of bringing cultures together. And I think that's what made it so special as well. Is like, you know, we had Garawa that were filming and the Amanaki productions, and you know, like people who I've worked with before on important things, and I knew that's why it was like so important to get them involved in this track because you know most of them are fathers themselves, and you know, being indigenous as well, and like I think it brought so much more to it as well because they were connected to it in a different way too, and I think like
mm,
when we were able to bring it all together, it just didn't even feel like a day of filming, pretty much. You know, like it just felt all so natural and everything we were doing, and you know, it was yeah, like I said, like you said, like all day I just kept thinking like how good is this, you know, and
mm,
especially you know the fathers that I picked to come down, and the uncles that I told to bring their nephews and nieces down, like, every single one of them that I asked them to come down because I see how good they're doing, you know, and I'm so proud of who they are as parents, and you know. So to look around and see them down there for that day, it was real special, you know. It was like
Yeah, bro.
it made me you know, even like after I just felt like crying, you know. It was like just to think
Yeah,
back on that day, it was like I just felt so emotional about that. And it was yeah, and especially like you got to meet some of my cousins and stuff, you know. And they're part Maori and part Aboriginal as well. And
yeah, yeah,
to see, you know, both of our dances and the food and like everything just come together like that, I know how much that meant for them as well,
yeah,
especially
yeah,
growing up here in
yeah,
Australia here, and not having much of the culture from, you know, back home for them as well, you know, but
yeah,
having
yeah,
a lot of our dancing and stuff like that, but also the Maori side as well. It was
yeah.
like, yeah, just to see that they got to see both of that in the one spot. It's like I felt proud of that for them as well.
Nah, bro. Honestly, this mate, hey, that whole
Mm.
day was like wicked, man. And because, like, you know, all my mob that came out, like all my mates and stuff like that, they were blown away too, bro. You
Yeah.
know, we had so many different cultures represented there, and coming and was and
Mm.
because you know I grew up in both Australia and New Zealand, so I've experienced it and I've lived in both worlds of you know like the Maori world and also like your fellas world. I've you know
Mm.
done so much with Aboriginal people growing up, and we grew up. So I'm just glad that people got to see what I've always known and what I've always loved about our
Mm.
cultures together. So yeah,
Mm.
we are, but
Yeah, that's it. I think we. What time are we on for Triple J?
now.
Less than 10 minutes we got. Hold on, I'm just jumping on to.
Pararam, pararam.
Got the premiere coming up for Father's Eye. So if you just want to jump onto Triple J on, I don't know, one of your devices, or if you're in your car or something on the radio, Triple J, they're gonna be doing the premiere of the track before we get on to the music video later on. But I'll be playing it here as well, so we can all listen together. Yeah, do you want to talk a bit about, I guess, the experience of being in the studio making the song over in Auckland?
Yeah, that was that your first time?
That was my first time. First time, yeah. Yeah,
Bro.
it was like, because for me, like I said, like my cousins all been and my cousins been Tuhoe as well. You know, it
Yeah.
was like
Too boy
I
hard. Let's go.
I grew up with a lot of, you know, learning a lot about your culture as well. You know, so
Yeah.
it was always for me. I always knew that I was gonna go over at some point
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
life. Knew I needed to go over and experience it myself. And so yeah, being over it was like, it was massive for me. And then to work in the studio together, and like I think there was, I could just say it, like I could feel it the whole time too. It was like you could just tell that it was a big moment, you know. And it made the song, for me it was just like, it just made the vision of the song and everything just come more clearer the more that you laid down your vocals, and the more like we got into the song. And yeah, I think for me it's like there's those magic moments as well of like where it's just all guided by spirit, you know. And that's exactly what I
Yeah.
felt recording in the studio that night.
Bro, it was honestly, I mean, for me, it was just what I got excited, bro, that you were coming, you know, to my home. And I just like, for me, I'm so like, I mean, that's part of like my purpose and my calling is for our people, for Indigenous people. You know, that's what I'm passionate about. And like just the fact that we were coming together and you were coming that you actually were coming over and versus like you do your bit there and I'll do my bit, like actually being in the studio together, because a lot of times these days, man, most collabs are done like online, and you actually never meet the artist. I mean, it's been like that for years.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the fact that we could actually come together and have my brother Matt Sadgrove, engineer, and come and write, and bro, it was so cool, bro. It was
yeah,
just such a like a special moment in time, bro. The collaboration, and it was just that mate that we were in Auckland because I am from Auckland, and neither is Matt. We just wish that we were back home where we were from, so
yeah,
we
yeah,
could show
yeah,
you around. I was like, oh, we're in the city. I mean, it's all good, but you know, we're
yeah,
staunch on where we come from and where we live. I was like, this is all right. It's not
yeah.
that great.
Well, one thing that I found, because that's what I wanted to. I wanted to go out and see a bit more, and because being in
Yeah,
Auckland, I still felt like I was in Sydney. It's like it's still felt very much city,
yeah.
and so you definitely got to take me out next time to
Oh,
where you're
bro,
from.
hard. We'll take you to the real places. Nah, all the Aucklanders will be like, the cheek, oh nine all day. Yeah, well, that's nice for you, but I ain't from the 09. I'm from the real. Nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. No, it
Bro,
was. Hey,
I'm just saying this is buzzy, this whole thing. Never done this before. Me, I'm like, just like, oh, hold this thing up properly. I'm getting a sore arm, so I'm like switching over, but really, but all
yeah.
right. You're nice. See, you're already posted up. I'm like wobbling.
I didn't. I've had to go to the toilet for the past like 15 minutes, so I've just been like,
Oh, bro,
I, I gotta hold it.
just
But
hold it in,
I
brother.
see how we got the photos up in the corner.
Yeah.
I didn't even think I should have shown the photo of us about 10 years ago.
Bro, that's right, eh? Back in
Yeah,
Maroubra.
I didn't even think of that. It was like, yeah, that would have been 10
No,
years
no, no, no,
ago.
no. That's all good. We'll just keep that for us.
Well, we was like,
Oh,
I would have been, I think, 15 years old, and someone just goes, "But that's Stan Walker." And it was like, where? It's like he ran into 7-Eleven over there, and then we all just like we kind of peeked around, and it was like that's Stan Walker. And then you come out, and we're all like, "Wow, can we get a photo?" You come in, you got a photo, and our little gang at the time was WBS, so it was going, "Bro, you got to chuck up a W, you got to chuck up a W," and you're just like,
bro, bare feet too, eh? Shameless thing.
yeah.
Oh man, honestly, that's so quick up. And then the other bro that I met at the video, show them, and then
Great,
you know
yeah.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
hey, we all look different.
yeah.
Oh, crack up,
Yeah, that would
man.
have been 11 years now, I think. No,
Bro, that's
yeah.
buzzy.
I think we're going to Triple J.
Let's
Is it?
go.
I don't know if I'll turn it down a little bit. And then I think we got some questions in here
Shimmering Cuts and their debut
that we can
album,
go on to.
Its Phallus Alps would start again on Triple J.
Oh, we got
And before
Hawaii
that,
and
Macy Peters gave us a sweet
someone
one
from
called
Hawaii.
Coming of Age. And
Yama.
up top, some fun, big energy from Becca.
Let's go. Too far, note.
Who played at Yours and Ours. He gave us All Night. My name's Latifah T. This is Good Night, and I'm very excited because we're about to get into a huge and really special first play from Kobie Dee and Stan Walker.
That's us.
Now, look, Kobie Dee is known for many talents and attributes, but one key thing for me that always stands out with Kobie is his ability to tell a story. I remember first watching his Jody Bars of Steel a few years back and just absolutely being caught up in the story he was telling, and he's about to flex his storytelling capabilities yet again on this new chapter and song called Father's Eyes. It's a beautiful collaboration with Stan Walker, who lends his powerhouse vocals on the hook, and together they've created a really powerful song about Indigenous fatherhood set to a classic hip-hop beat. Let me know what you think of this one. Text me 0439 757 555. And to introduce the track, here's Kobie Dee himself.
What's going on? This is Kobie Dee. You're on Triple J. This is my new track, Father's Eyes, featuring Stan Walker. This track for me is about the essence of fatherhood, breaking down those stereotypes that we as Indigenous fathers face and bringing light to the amazing fathers we have in our communities. This track for me is a story of breaking those cycles and showing up for my kids. There you go. Turn it up.
Had to make it through the rain, cause like that stuff for the weather. Had to change my life around, cause I forgot my endeavors. If I ain't do this for my daughter, what the fuck would I tell her? Kiss her head when she asleep. Think about the times when I was down and I was weak. When she was just a newborn, I was out here in these streets. I was consuming anything that made me feel like I was free, but I was hurting. I was dead inside. Couldn't count how many days I made her mother cry. Young and full of problems, we ain't put us trauma. We forgot that she was on the ride. I finally understand this was the same for my mom and my dad. I was 21, but they was even younger than that. Mom was 16 and pregnant when she finally had a firstborn, and my father would finally become a dad. Could wear it with a taste shit, he was only a kid. Couldn't blame me for the things that he eventually did. As I get older, I can see through all the cracks that he slipped, and it's a shame, but it is what it is. And I'ma keep on singing. If you can see it through my eyes, I've seen the world through my father's eyes, and through the lies it took a lot of time to realize. Everybody got their struggles in this game of life. I did the same shit, so really who am I to criticize? I changed my life and went a different route. Found the strength through my daughter and finally made it out. So many parents never find the strength to make it out. Focus on ourselves, but the seeds we planted are gotta sprout. So if you're fortunate to survive, then you owe it to that kid to really raise them right. Cause they ain't asked to be born and shouldn't have to fight these battles that we fought ourselves through each and every night. It's up to us to break these cycles now. Got that shit from my mother, you always made us proud. Make sure we never went without a father. To my daughter, that's my mother's love without a doubt.
Wow, for its first play, that was Kobie Dee and Stan Walker with Father's Eyes on Triple J. And what a powerful track, hey? Kobie's storytelling is just so inspiring. The bars are delivered so effortlessly. And Stan Walker's vocals just soar over the hook and give me goosebumps. And together they've created a really powerful commentary on Indigenous fatherhood, breaking familial cycles, and standing tall for their communities, cultures, and children.
Where would it take shit, he was only a kid. Couldn't blame me for the things that he eventually did. As I get older, I can see through all the cracks that he slipped, and that's a shame, but it is what it is. And I'ma keep on singing. If you can see it,
Is that playing it again?
Is that playing it again?
I think they're playing it again.
Let's go.
Double play.
Let's go. Take a look inside. Yeah.
Hectic. What do you guys think? Well, I hope some of you are listening to it from your own phones as well, not just
Instead of the scratchiness of these.
This ain't the premiere. That was just us listening to it together. But definitely make sure everybody stays on this link. It's going to redirect you straight to the YouTube link for the premiere of the music video. So make sure you stay on this link, and it'll just redirect you automatically. Yeah, so go through answer some questions.
What's your favorite lyric from the song, brother?
My favorite lyric. There's so many. I don't know.
Bro, now I'm trying to think that way.
Yeah. I think mine would be a father to my daughter. That's my mother's love, without a doubt. I think that line for me was me talking about, I don't know, I guess, because I always felt like, there was a lot that I missed out on without growing up without a father, but then becoming a father myself, and then realizing the love that I have for my daughter and how I love my daughter and how I raise my daughter, all this stuff, a lot has come from my mum, and there's a lot of things that my mum taught me in how to be a man, and I think the biggest thing that I always, my mum always showed me so much love, and I always got so much love from my mum, and I think that's what I pour into my daughter as well. So I think that's my favorite line from the song. What about you, bro?
Man, I don't know if it's a favorite line, but more just even made me think, just the fathers, like you talk about, how your mum and dad, were just kids, and you can't blame them, for they just did the best that they could and whatever they weren't taught, and but how we're taking responsibility for our own selves now, for our kids to change those, those cycles, and to break those cycles. That's the thing that got me, because that's the thing that I try every day. I try to break the cycles and intergenerational trauma that's been handed down to me, and through my father trying to be the best that he could, but wasn't up to par. But us trying to be better than that, and and like that, also not blaming them too, because they didn't know, because they didn't have the examples. So I mean, we're taking that back. So I think, especially when you talk about your father, and seeing it through your eyes, how to be a father and the love for your daughter, that's the same thing that I connect with hard. So yeah, man, I love it.
Yeah, I think what was
Yeah.
it like having our families in the video is one of the questions. For me, I think that'll come from my nephew, maybe. That yeah, that meant the world. Like I was saying before, to have to see my family there, and also the things that I'm talking about, like you were saying, with my mum and my dad, like there were a lot of people there that knew my mum and my dad around that time, around like when I was born, before I was born, and so they know what I'm talking about, or they know me, and they've known me since I was little, and just know what I'm talking about in this song. To then have them in the music video, but then to also know that they have their stories of how it was for them with their parents, and how their parents now, and how much even just being in that music video connects with them. I think that's the thing that made me emotional too, was just knowing a lot of fathers there, and just a lot of people there in general, that know exactly what I'm talking about, like when I say those words, and know exactly what this song means to us, but knowing what it means for them as well. Like I think that's what made me emotional too, is because, like I said, like all those fathers that I seen, they're doing so good,
Yeah.
and they're there for their kids day in, day out, and it's really just changing the narrative of the what we've been painted as, and it's like I
Yeah.
look around like I say in the video, like I look around and I see so many of us breaking these cycles, and so yeah, to see all of like a lot of my family in there in the video was powerful for me.
Yeah, bro. I think same for me too. Having my best mates there, bro, from both Australia and New Zealand,
Mm,
was a big thing for me because they. I kind of was just watching them and I was like, man, people don't even know the struggle that they've had to go through to become the fathers that they are today, and they're breaking cycles and they are doing the best that they can, bro. But constantly showing up, constantly being there, constantly overcoming, daily. And so, like, oh, it's just beautiful, bro. And the same thing, like how you got your people who've known you your whole life and know what you've been through. I had the same people there that have known me. They've seen me through the struggle. They've seen what I've come out of and what I've gone through and stuff like that. And to see me as a father now, it blows them away.
mm,
Because there's been times where, I've been just right out the gate and never thought that this life that I'm living now would ever be possible. Um, and so, yeah, bro, I think that people are going to resonate with this, um, because it's a common story. But instead of like showing the bad parts, bro, it's a champion story for fathers.
mm,
It's to champion our fathers out there, our young fathers, our brothers who are doing the best, that are breaking these cycles, bro. And it's a beautiful thing to celebrate and highlight in this day and age, where the world is so crazy, bro, and the worst things are said, and our stories are manipulated, and they these false narratives of who we are. We've been pigeonholed into one story, but we're so much greater than that. We're so much more amazing than that. And it just goes to show, bro, just even from that day of the fathers who were there, are actually a true representation of who we are as Indigenous men, and the core values of actually what our culture is to love our people, love our children, to protect our children. And our children, I know for Maori, are the most held in the highest regard.
mm,
And so, beautiful, bro. It was a beautiful way to highlight Indigenous men and our stories, um,
mm.
to actually show what it really is like. That we're not just something that's popped up on an old meme, or on the news and a statistic and stuff like that. We're more than that. We're greater than that. So
Mm.
yeah, I love the bro. And like even like just having little videos of of our home clips with our kids. I'm
Yeah,
quite private with my kids. I mean, my wife loves to show every little last thing. I'm like, whoa, 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 just relax. I
yeah,
give her a
yeah,
little inch and she takes them out. She's like, I need to share this. And but just
yeah.
seeing those moments, actually, though, do you know what people won't understand, and they might see these little moments, is that that's actually the 99% of us.
Yeah,
We're dad, we're papa at the end of the day. At the
that's it.
beginning of the day, in the middle of the day, and at the end of the day. You might
Yeah,
be Kobie Dee and I'll be Stan Walker, but at the end of the day, and from the beginning, we papa, we dad. So
that's
it's
it.
cool to see those little moments, and even a lot of people won't see that. So they're having like getting an insight to see how
Mm,
we are as fathers.
100%. That those parts were one of. But we've got 1 minute to jump in, so I can't wait for everyone to see exactly what we've been talking about. Make sure you stay on this link. I just want to give a massive shout out to Garawa and Amanaki for pulling all this together. And my team, everybody that was involved, my family, um, everyone that was involved that day for showing up and making this video what it was. Um, yeah, Stan, do you got
Yeah.
any shout?
Yeah, I guess just thanking everybody, all the crews, the people who put on the feed, the Hani, Bush Tucker, the groups, your group as well, your mob that where you fellas dance, and the Kapaka Ropu, the
Mm,
team that came in to perform, and all the extras were who all our families, our friends who came from near and far. People flew in, for the brother who gave us that beautiful necklace as
Boomerang?
well. Yeah, the
Mm,
boomerang. I'm like, man, like those little things, and yeah, just to all the people who came and supported, who helped giving water, who was just there for all the day, all the kids, everybody's kids. I know, thank you everybody. But hey, everybody who's watching, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us talk and premiere the song. Stay on here because we're going to see the video, and then you'll be able to hear it properly without it cutting out, and you'll see us doing our thing.
So we
Bro,
jump
I
off.
love this video, eh?
Okay, we'll keep chatting in the chat.